What's up, guys? Happy New Year and to the 2025. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to improve your athletic performance through sports massage therapy. And you're probably wondering, well, what can sports massage therapy do for me, or how can it help? Well, sports massage therapy can do a plethora of different things. As a sports massage therapist, we're going to definitely dive into the realm of your specific sport and how we can help you improve in that specific sport. Or let's say you're a gym goer, we're going to help you improve in that particular area of the gym. So that if you're trying to improve your bench, if you're trying to improve your squat, or overall you're just trying to improve in that aspect of your fitness routine. And so how can sports massage therapy help you improve? Well, we're going to look at different ways. We're going to first look at if there's any muscle imbalances. We're going to look at your range of motion. We're going to see if there's any flexibility with your tissue. We're going to see how, tight the tissue is. We're going to see how, if there's any, quote unquote knots that the general populations like to say, that if there's any crunchies that you may have. We're going to look at all that, because then our first step that we can tackle is those plethora of different things. So we always want to probably tackle number one is the muscle imbalance. So as a sports massage therapist, I would want to look at which side you're stronger at. So if you're right hand dominant, then I'm going to probably work on your left side first. Well, then you're probably going to ask, why is that? Well, we tend to overuse our dominant side. So if you're right-handed, if you're left-handed, you're going to tend to overuse that more. You're going to be natural at picking up the things that are going to be more natural, or you're going to do things that are more natural on that dominant side. And then the left side is just going to take the brunt of everything, which it's not going to be saying that it's not dominant. It's still going to be followed behind. It's like basically, following the shadow of your dominant side. So it's going to tend to follow, but it will tend to be more tight, more, weak, lack of range of motion. And is a lot of people tend to say that, yeah, like I feel, fatigue on my left side more than my right side if I'm doing, a specific routine. Or, in sports, baseball, if you're swinging with your right side more, that is more active than your left side. So if someone should try to definitely swing on their left, they're not going to have as much power with their right. People that are both, that can do both sides, it could be an equal balance, but we would still want to look at the imbalances of like which muscle is lengthened and which one is shortened. On top of that, if we're going to move into the second realm as the sports massage therapist of what we follow, is that let's see where the range of motion is at. Yes, you may be right hand dominant and have a full range of motion and have little range of motion on your weaker side. Or for example, I've seen this with clients as well, that they can be right hand dominant but not as much range of motion on the dominant side and have full range of motion on their weaker side. And so that tells me too, okay, they're a little bit off in the spectrum of that, so we're going to also tackle that side, going back to what I said at the beginning. I would start on my left side, or start on the client's left side to tackle that side first. That would be those two things, so muscle balances and, range of motion. And then I also want to see the flexibility that the client may have as well too. So if they're right-handed dominant, do they have more flexibility to, be flexible to bring their arm all the way back, or bring their legs all the way back, or to be able to stretch in a certain position? Some do. Now here's another thing. I've seen with right-handed dominancy that they are not flexible on the right side. They're more flexible on their weaker side. And I've also seen they're not flexible on their weaker side, but more flexible on the right side. So then now you're going to be asking the question of it in this video. Why does this matter? Get to the point. How can I improve my athleticism? Well, what I'm trying to tell you is that if you don't already have a specific range of motion, flexibility, stretching routine, or a way to improve those different things, or you're not improving your muscle imbalances and you're still going into the gym and just pumping iron the way you're usually pumping, then you will seek out the help. You will seek out the help from another massage therapist, a physical therapist, a sports massage therapist. That would definitely help you mold all those together and fix those areas of problems. Typically, you don't want to, wait till the last minute and you go into a heavy set and heavy weights and hurt yourself. You don't want that. You want to be able to catch your muscle imbalances, your flexibility, your range of motion, stages early on, so that way you know which goals to achieve. A lot of my clients will want to achieve, improving range of motion through their session. They want to achieve improving flexibility through their sessions, or they're just simply just wanting to fix the muscle imbalances. Now, all that is going to be fixed by just me as the therapist working on that specific muscle group and filling the tissue, filling the muscles to help you get more relaxed, so that by the time you go into your next routine, your next fitness routine, you'll be better off and have those range of motions. Like for a client of mine, for example, they came to me and they were doing bench press, and they noticed that they had little range of motion on their left side, which oddly enough they were left-handed dominant, and the right side was stronger, so the right side was carrying everything first, and the left side was getting more weaker, or the left side was weak. And so what I did was just I simply started off with them on their stomach, looked at their deltoid, looked at their rear delts, looked at all the muscles in that area, looked at their tricep, their traps, just to make sure what is causing that lack of range of motion. And it came down to it that it was tight. It was really tight, that it wasn't getting much love in the stretching or in the foam rolling that it needed to be able to help assist with the right hand. And after working on that, the client went back and did their bench press again the following 2 days later, and they saw massive improvements in their bench routine. So that's what I'm saying here today, is that he sought out a person. We looked at the problem. We tried to assess it, and I worked on that muscle tissue and helped him to improve his bench a couple days later. Now, typically that's a fast result. A lot of people don't see those results pretty quickly. It kind of tends to be a more consistent basis that you see someone to be able to see the results that you're looking for. But he happened to see it pretty quickly and got those amazing results. So to recap, everything what in this 2025 season, this will help. Seeking out someone, a sports massage therapist, can help improve your athletic performance or fitness performance by looking at the muscle imbalances, range of motion, flexibility, and the tissue as well, to see if there is any tightness of the tissue where we can try to help out through stretching or other modalities. But I hope this help serves you well of getting interested in sports massage therapy or seeking out someone who is a sports massage therapist. I'm your host, Nate. I'll see you guys in the next video.